Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
Your squad moves its way into the meeting hall at the center of town. Silverfish walking ahead like, okay, now I believe we should discuss the future of this country. Finally, door opens. Honey? Oh, thank goodness you're okay. He just runs and leaps into your hands. Silverfish is like, yes, I completely forgot about... How many reunions? Checking a piece of paper. And then
this is wonderful! Marcus hugs them both.
And then also at the same time, two others sprint into the room.
Yeah, no, these goobers also come running in and hug. And it's...
I'm sorry, I got excited. I'll back up here.
Mercy didn't even process that was happening. The goobers come in and they see Mercy actually like pick up Faria and spin with him. And she goes for a couple of kisses and then backs off because she realizes she's probably all worked up and probably burning him.
A little bit, yeah, no. He's got like the equivalent of like sunburns on his face and kiss marks now.
You're all right, thank goodness.
You are as well. So your mission was successful.
Yes, exceedingly successful. The tower has fallen. I don't know if you even saw that. The first king, as he named himself, has been dethroned. And from what I gather, knock on wood, I think all the ASMR will be fine.
Okay. So, what are we doing here? Are we not relaxing for the rest of the night? We won the war. Silverfish puts a hand up. Unfortunately, our victory celebration will have to wait. We need to figure out what exactly we're doing next, because the next few days are going to be deeply chaotic. Please, just delay celebrating for a little while longer. Can you do me that? Faria, looks over to you, Mercy, sighs, and is like, okay.
Yeah, I haven't been looking forward to this part, but, it needs to be done.
Darling.
Yes. Things are gonna get hectic quick.
Darling, believe me, I would love nothing more than to just sit on the couch with you and the goobers and just do nothing. But Silverfish is absolutely right. We need to at least set a course, and then we can take it back. We can just take it easy.
Yes. Okay. You're right, of course. I'd let my relief get the better of me. He sits back on this chair and is like, okay. So then, what is our next course of action? Well, Silverfish, drums their fingers on the counter. First order of business is, now that the tower's gone, doing something or anything about the barrier. Our resources can only last so long, but in the immediate, we need to figure out what we are going to do about our supplies as they relate to the merchantry. Now that there is no growing and ever-present threat, I believe focus will shift away from the angels and will shift to our sort of innate class disparity that has existed, oh boy, as long as I can remember. And he puts up a hand. Isn't that, that's a good thing? That's a good thing, though? That's a good thing, though.
That's a good thing. It's just also a really weird, hard thing.
Yes. So we need to decide immediately. There are merchants scattered around town who have kept their warehouses under tight lock and key, and now that the angels are gone, we need to decide exactly what's going to happen with them. Specifically, let's look at the immediate future. The next week will probably be fine. It'll be a time of confusion, but beyond that, we need to start thinking about, well, what happens when that warmth fades? What happens when everyone starts to realize that these merchants have been holding out on us all along? I have a lot to consider about the future, and we might have riots on our hands if we don't do something about this soon. Idiot puts up a hand. Once again, riots are probably good in this case, right?
I mean, not if we can avoid them. Not if we can, achieve good results here and avoid rioting, because the last thing that we need is, more destruction.
Okay, so if we can get them to turn over the goods, but without rioting, that's like win-win. Everybody wins.
Honestly, the possibility of rioting might be the best possible bargaining chip that we have on the table.
Oh.
As you said, Silverfish, when people realize that they have been hoarding things and holding out on everybody, people will be pissed. We can come to them and we can offer them a way out of that by cooperating and helping in the aftermath of everything.
By opening their doors. Okay, so
yes,
we're all on
and perhaps, I don't know, giving them some sort of honorary title of
We'll give them a sticker or something.
Yeah, no, just something to make them feel good about themselves, even if it doesn't mean anything.
Okay, so I just wanted to make something clear. They look around the room with sort of a wicked smile. We are all at this point, now that the immediate danger is past, we are all immediately at this point for reclaiming these goods for the people then.
Oh god, yes.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
We need to.
Do it. Okay, this makes this so much easier then. I was waiting. I'm going to be honest. I was waiting for you to say something, Mercy, because you are a figure in the military, strict hierarchy. But no, if we're all on board for nice.
No, we need to seize this stuff. Like, this is a country coming back from the brink of disaster.
Yes.
We can't have people hoarding. Just.
We can't.
Goods necessary for basic survival at this point.
We can't immediately reinforce the class hierarchy.
No, absolutely not. I mean, like you said, we actually talked a little bit about, while sitting in a bell, hello, and she, gives the twins little kisses on the forehead. That being said, we will probably need to do something to ensure the military feels rewarded, because, I mean... They did risk their lives for months for this process.
I don't think there's any reason that the military needs to be disenfranchised or completely disbanded or anything like that. I mean, I think they deserve high honors.
The biggest stickers.
The very biggest stickers of them all. Perhaps a parade of some sort. I mean, honestly, some sort of celebration is going to go a long way, not only for the armed forces, but for everybody in this country. I mean,
yes.
We really want to punch the fact that this is something to celebrate, that we've come out of this.
Everybody held out. The apocalypse has been averted. Nice.
I do feel like, just because, like you had mentioned before, with the folks that didn't even gather these materials in the first place and these resources, they should be accommodated in some manner. I don't know precisely what that looks like.
Well,
yes.
One thought I had is that now that Tannhauser is no longer locked in by a barrier, that means that trade can resume. We can potentially offer them first dibs on trade contracts while we reestablish our contact with the outside world.
Silverfish repeatedly closes their fan.
With reasonable language, such that they're not making ridiculous amounts of money for no good reason.
Here's the problem currently. The barrier is not down, so we've only got to think about the immediate future and general goals to move towards.
Well,
I was looking for the broadest strokes. So, if we're going to take our supply from the merchant trade, that simplifies things radically. I think long term, that's a good goal to move towards. However...
While negotiating with them, let's act as though we know for certain the barrier is coming down shortly.
Yes.
It's somewhat deceitful, but I think it's necessary at this point, and will only strengthen our position.
We're from Tannhauser. Somewhat deceitful is like our country motto.
Can we maybe see about having a new crest made for the country with that on it? Because I like that.
It's holographic, and from certain angles it
Better,
disappears.
it better be.
Silverfish and Marcus exchange looks, and Ian just watching those two communicate, and Ian's like, suddenly so much makes sense. Regardless, is that the only order of business? Oh, no, of course not. Larger than that, probably just as significant, if not more so. The ASMR. How are we going to approach this? They are currently stationed outside. Most of them are confused. They haven't been fed properly since they left quite literally in the early morning today. They don't know what they're doing, and they lack any sort of structure or communicating force. What do we do about them? I am less versed in the supernatural aspects of this situation.
Well, I think the first course of action is we rally them up and we inform them of everything that's happened. We clarify details. We prevent the possibility of rumors and gossip spreading, because then once that happens, there's no way we can quell it.
Absolutely. We can also, as we're doing that, we can maybe set up some sort of lines of aid to get them properly fed and supplied. I'm sure they don't have limitless supplies wherever they are right now. We need to invite them back into civilization promptly as well.
Okay, so
I'm
we're going
I'm confident that there's not going to be any more issues with the ASMR, and if that proves to not be the case, I will take the fall for that, but I don't think that we, keeping them separated from everyone else right now is the thing.
Door opens, Gregor comes in. Okay, so we will immediately try to smooth things over and do our best to quell rumors about that great order that went out, betrayal, etc. Just working on diplomacy. In this effort, can I count on you two? Silverfish looks between Mercy and Marcus.
I don't see why not.
Absolutely.
I think it would go a long way. Many of the ASMR are your soldiers to begin with. I think it would go a long way to have you vouch for them, as well as, looking over to Marcus, you have a way with words. I'll be doing my best as well, but I think the three of us could do some serious good in making sure that this does not boil down to further hostilities.
I certainly hope so.
There's everybody looks over at Gregor, and Ian's like, "Hey Gregor, how'd your thing go?"
I learned some stuff, and then I met a friend of yours, maybe. And it looks like you guys have figured out what to do politically with this entire country. That's good.
Oh,
only
no,
some of it, actually. There's gonna be so fucking, oh my god, there's gonna be so much. There's going to be so much.
We are literally just planning the next day or two. Our goal for the immediate is surviving the week. We can talk about what is happening to this country as a whole beyond that, but for now...
surviving. I can do that.
Excellent. Silverfish beams you a smile. Beyond that, I would encourage you, General, primarily, to consider the shape that this country should take beyond if we are able to penetrate through the barrier and reach the outside again. Right now, our goals are focused on survival, as they always have been. It's just a different game. But we need to think about what the future might hold should we achieve that goal. Now it seems more achievable than ever, however.
Exactly. It's the trying to find a silver lining in all of this. It's an opportunity to try and fix our country because it's been a mess for so long.
Yes.
Absolute mess. We can do so much better.
We can do a lot better. First and foremost, no more monarchy. Out. Don't like it.
Please.
I think we already did that.
Well,
but we need to put something in its place, or else we're headed for anarchy, and then, potentially a despot taking over, reinstituting monarchy.
And he puts up a hand. Anarchy's
civil
war.
Good
sometimes, though.
Okay, sometimes, but maybe maybe not
okay.
first.
No, think about this.
Yeah.
Think about this.
Right.
Before you go on, anarchy, but operate via public opinion and consensus? Honestly, a lot better.
That's just called democracy. You're
no,
describing
it isn't. A series of referendums.
Okay.
And Ian's
like a constitution?
No constitution. No constitution. Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
You're just describing democracy, Inian.
No, we're not creating democracy. Fuck democracy. Right. she puts up her hands and she's like, okay. It's fine.
What if we brand it as democracy too?
Okay. Okay. I like the sound. I like the sound of that because it might iron out some of the problems. But sequels also sometimes exacerbate the problems of the original.
Yeah. Look, I'm not.
Do you want a paralytic Senate that can't get anything done?
No,
but
of course
I
don't want that. But I also want something that A, isn't a monarchy, and B, is going to last longer than like a month.
Yeah. I understand. Silverfish raises their hands. It's like, I understand everyone's concerns, at least for the moment. Talking about theoretical systems of governance for the future is not a point that we're at quite yet. We can just all agree, at least for the moment, no more kings. We good on that?
No more kings.
No more kings.
Mercy is just covering the ears of the twins.
Oh my god.
Because there was a little bit of swearing, and they're both chanting, anarchy. No more rules. No more rules.
Thank you, someone gets it.
No, do not encourage this. They have to go to my home.
Don't worry. I'll teach them how important rules and strict discipline is.
Ugh. They both just groan.
I mean, when you say it like that, anarchy sounds more and more pleasing.
Yeah. It's because it's great.
Not a right now problem. Not a right now problem.
Not a right now problem. We can discuss this more in the future, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that we do need to consider are the disparate, the climate, the political climate, and Silverfish is literally gonna just talk about politics for like an hour. And as time passes and your eyes unfocus elsewhere in the city.
And that's the story of how I killed most of my family and recently reconciled with my younger brother.
How did you feel about that?
I'm feeling better.
They feel better as well.
Better than what?
They were feeling neutral before.
I feel like we're growing together.
You are growing together.
Because you said so.
They like cock their head, cogitate. All of this focus has seemingly instilled something inside of them. They almost nod, confirming something in themselves. And then they light, taking to the sky, just fly across the city as quickly as possible, disappearing over the horizon.
I never really understood the reason for goodbyes. Leaving gets the point across just as well.
You say that aloud as someone that tippy taps down the dock.
Walks up and sits down at the dock also. He's got a mug of coffee in one hand, sipping from it.
Do you have enough for the class?
He silently produces a second mug of coffee from behind his back and hands it out to you.
Oh shit, he's
all right,
good.
You're already earning points. What are you?
Did you say, what am I?
Yes.
Well, that's... some smaller-minded people could take offense to the phrasing of that question.
I think it encompasses my point.
Fair enough. I'm called Ven, and yourself?
Like the diagram?
You see a sense of familiar resignation on his face. This is not the first time he's been asked this. It's not the 1,000th time he's been asked this. And there will be thousands more to come.
Wow.
Sounds like the diagram, one fewer ends.
Okay, that's efficient. More points for you. She takes a sip from the coffee.
I appreciate it.
I assume you know who I am if you just walked up to me with coffee.
Oh, well, only by reputation. How shall I address you, however? There seems to be room for some confusion or at least interpretation on that account.
Oh, I get to pick?
Of course.
Call me Horatio Protagonist.
An unconventional choice, but as you wish, scribbles on Horatio Protagonist. Is that with an E or simply pronounced that way?
It's pronounced that way. It's just spelled like protagonist.
I see.
It's kind of hackish.
Really trip them up.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I was wondering if you had a moment to enjoy some light chatter while we finish our respective mugs.
I won't enjoy it, but go ahead.
Very well, I'll take it. Yes, I was curious about your own interpretation of recent events. First and foremost, Tannhauser, of course.
Yeah, it's pretty bad here, right?
I can't say I've enjoyed my time here, although I do prefer it without that gleaming spire dominating the horizon.
I'm sure nature will heal.
I wonder about that. I have the distinct sense that very little in this country will return to the way it was before.
For better or worse.
Well, not for me to say, I suppose, but starkly
Me either,
different.
because I'm going to leave.
You and me both. Nevertheless, as much as I wish it were none of my concern, it remains. He holds his fingers very close together. There's a little bit of my concern.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And I see. I take it you are sitting out here instead of in a big meeting deciding the fate of the country for the aforementioned reason that it is none of your concern.
Yeah, I really don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, sure, I like Mercy. I think she's going to stay here, but she can move.
And you have...
Marcus isn't staying here.
No, I shouldn't think so. Marcus Valafi. Yes, indeed. Do you think this country will prosper under whatever vision he cooks up for it?
I think whatever they decide will just delay the inevitable heat death of the universe.
He paused for a moment, and he's been kind of just looking out over the water, but he turns to look at you, and there's a faint but very perceptible smile. I like you.
I'm learning to like me too.
Gives you a friendly clap on the shoulder. That's what we call character development, I believe. Incidentally, would you, thinking back further than Tannhauser, would you say that you have been irrevocably altered by the intrusion of Marcus Valafi and associates into your previously fairly ordered mercenary life?
Yeah, for better or worse.
What
Again.
a rude question.
You refrain from making that value judgment even on the subject of your own life.
I haven't decided whether or not I like the emotions that I've been experiencing as of late.
I see. That is a change for you.
I felt the tingle of excitement earlier.
Was that the coffee or something else?
No, well, actually the coffee did brighten my day slightly. It's very gray here.
Yes. And, for the moment, I suppose you are Horatio Protagonist, but, where do you see yourself in the future? Do you think... Well, let's be honest, it's certainly the case that you are long since no longer Chilisandra Harlow, the brilliant young alchemist, heedless of the dangers posed by her work, but it does seem to me, based on accounts, that you're no longer truly Harlock, the jaded mercenary with embers where her heart should be. So what is this creature I see before me now?
It's weird that you know those things.
Isn't it, though?
Well, I suppose the creature you see before you is trying to figure out their place in the world now that they don't just function to eat and study. I don't know what to call that. Maybe Chell or something.
I think some would call it living. Well, your future is, I suppose, in some ways, as much my concern as Tannhauser's future is yours. So, I suppose it's really none of my business, but I am taking stock of the influence that Marcus Velofi wields on those around him. Would you say he's been a catalyst for this change?
What is this, some kind of survey?
Got it in one! I'm not handing out pieces of paper anymore, though. My last one was not treated with the respect it frankly deserved. Out of this 9-square grid, I am left utterly uninformed as to which squares do or do not contain horses.
You're not expecting some sort of rating on your performance after this, right?
Oh... If you wish to provide one, you can, but no, you're under no obligation. I'm not, a percentage of my salary. I'm not, you don't need gratuity in my industry.
So what are you, some kind of, like, demon middle manager?
Well, I don't want to inflate my importance, but the middle management is as far in the past for me. No, I've taken particular interest in the case of Marcus Velofi because I am one of the relatively few considered qualified to take it on, and it has been very time-consuming and more than
I can imagine.
Yes. Do you have any idea how much chaos has been unleashed in the past year alone?
Yes, I was there.
Well, that's fair, I suppose. But even before your involvement, what a ridiculous tale.
Well, if you stop by and bring me a coffee every now and again, I can keep you updated from a impartial perspective.
Oh, would you? That would be very, very useful to me.
Only because I did slightly enjoy this light conversation.
I enjoyed it as well. And I get the sense that you and young Gregor Hartway both, very honest souls, very commendable in this day and age.
No, I'm not honest. I just didn't see any reason not to lie.
Why, that's just honesty by another name. Well,
Until it need not be.
I suppose. Well, none of my activities should be any obstacle in your way, so you needn't worry on that account. Yes, if we could keep up by correspondence, perhaps we can pop... Do you have a favorite coffee? This was simply what I had with me.
Black is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to surprise me, then maybe I'll get another tingle of excitement.
Wow. A challenging mission indeed, but I'll put some thought into it. I think you deserve that much at least. Well, thank you.
What's the date then?
Sounds wonderful. He stands up. I think my time here is coming to an end. But
hopefully they're not talking about anarchy or something. I feel like they only have a very base understanding of political governments.
I'm not hopeful, based on what I was told by some of their other friends. Did you know? He sits back down, kind of puts a head in his hand, like, and sags. Like he has a moment of true despair and exasperation here, as an unpleasant memory he'd been suppressing crawls back up his skin. Did you know that they renamed the capital of Honorant to Big City?
I'm not really one to talk. I'm not very creative. My son is called Homunculus. But I could see how that would be annoying.
Yeah.
cultural history and all that.
Yes. All the long tradition, the culture, all of it obliterated with a single carelessly chosen phrase. That's what happens when you stumble across the world punch drunk or actually drunk.
That's exactly how I would describe it.
Well, I will confess, this has been, I got a tingle of excitement myself. This has been genuinely, we should do this again.
We should. I'm glad we could tingle each other.
Jesus.
Right, final note on this entry. Note, excellent tingler.
Holy shit. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the episode. I'm the GMJ, and if you want to see other content involving us, please go check out Reflection. It's a brand new series we're streaming over on twitch.tv/stabbiness. We're going to stream it every Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST. Please go watch.
Hi guys, I'm Roma. I'm the art director for Reflections. We worked really hard on it, and I hope you guys come over and watch it.
3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Brennan. I'm playing a character.
And I'm Jackson. I'm also playing a character.
We're streaming together again. Over on twitch.tv.
We're together
stabbiness.
again on twitch.tv/stabbiness. Look
That's
forward
the
to me playing a new and cuter girl.
I love you guys.